Well, well, well. We're back with another video, and this one comes in the form of Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis as an expedition. Is this what is going on? I mean, to be fair, win-win for Jake Paul, lose-lose for Gervonta. I mean, that is exactly how it is because the thing that's going around is what weight is it going to be at. Now it's an expedition, so they don't have to match each other's weight. Jake just fought at what 200. And I think Tank's last fight was at 140. That's super light, I think. Um, but how does Gervonta Davis come back from this? I mean, you see it all the time how Conor Benn went up and up to fight Eubank, and he's probably now never going to be able to come down to be at his original at 140. Sorry, and it's going to be the same for Gervonta. Is he going to come in at the same weight as what he would for a normal belt? Say if it's for a title belt. I don't think so. I think he'd probably come up to 155, 160. If he comes up any more, I'd be surprised. But even 160 is a big jump considering, like, well, to be fair, what does he rehydrate at when he comes in at 140? When he weighs in at 140, he probably rehydrates to 148, 150 maybe. So his walk around weight is probably 155, 160, I suppose. So he might go in at walk around weight or he might go up. I don't know. But whichever way it is, it's not going to be. The only benefit Gervonta gets out of this is the numbers. Is the numbers and the money. It's literally it. Because as far as for your career, the names that you've already got on it, what does Jake Paul do to it? Nothing. Well, what does it line up for you if you beat him? Nothing. But if you lose to him, what does it line up for you? Once again, probably nothing. Because if you lose to somebody like Jake Paul, especially at the level you're at, you lose all credibility. I mean, to be fair, he's probably lost all credibility now. I mean, we know he had those DA charges and allegations against his name, so that's probably why he's taking it, because he might have a suspension, I don't know. But he was meant to have the rematch with Roach, but I don't know what happened there. Something fell through, I don't know. Maybe deadlines didn't get made. I'm not sure, but this might be going down November 15th, so we're not actually talking too far away. We're talking about what, 2-3 months? So you're looking at 4, 8, 12 weeks. That is still quite far, to be fair. Now, what weight is Jake going to come at? 200 in his last fight with Chavez. I don't really see him cutting too much. I think he might do 190 at most. I don't know. If he comes anywhere below 190, I'll be surprised. Because I feel like once he went up for that Tyson fight, it's very hard for him now. His body's got thicker. And you can tell his muscle mass, his body has got thick. Like, and that's hard to come back from. It's different if you've got the body fat and everything because you can burn that, whereas he's now got the muscle mass which is thick, so it's going to be hard to come back down in weight when it comes to something like that. But what do I think of this fight? I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. Am I going to watch it? Yeah, probably. Depending on the time. Let's just say I'm not going to stay up to watch it. That's for damn sure. If it's at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, no, I'm not. I'll just watch the highlights. It's fine. Just because it's not in anything of interest to me other than entertainment. That is it. If there's no belts on the line, there's no pathway. Jake Paul, I don't know. He might get a Ramirez fight if he wins. I don't know. Um, it's quite. I don't know. It's kind of very lackluster for me to talk about because why is Gervonta doing this when he can get so much better, or does he know he's past it? He just can't be bothered to get in the gym again. Can't be bothered to train for these world class fighters, or he knew how close it was against Roach that maybe he's biding his time now. No one will know because he's not putting himself in that competitive state again. He's going straight in with Jake Paul, and that doesn't prove anything. It really doesn't. If anything, you're excelling Jake Paul's name. Because if he even puts on half a performance against you, you've already given him a name that he, well, I would say that he don't deserve, but he kind of does in a way because he's put in the hours, he's put in the road work, he's done it all. To be fair, he's no longer like really an influencer boxer. He's a boxer. But when you feed him names like Gervonta, he's now going to become credible. He's not fighting a out of prime, out of shape Chavez Jr. He's not doing that. He's fighting somebody that's still currently competing at world level. Let's be honest. Now it's mad. It is absolutely crazy because it only gets better for Jake Paul from here. It doesn't really do that for Gervonta. The only way I can see this going is if Gervonta beats Jake, which I personally think he will. But it's an expedition, anything could happen. It'll probably be a draw, let's be honest. Um, all these expeditions like Mayweather and Deji and stuff like that, they all end in draws, and it's pathetic, really. I mean, yes, fair enough to entertainment, but they're not expeditions like how they used to be. Like the have like this the showmanship of it, like the circus, like how you'd get a wrestler versus a boxer, not like a wrestler as in like a national state champion wrestler. Like I mean, a wrestler as in like a entertainment like WWE type wrestler in there with a high level boxer, like just to raise money for charity, etc. Like those charity belts were fun, and it got people there that they weren't expecting an absolute like a bout. They was expecting entertainment. But whereas this, it's an expedition, and they're going to be selling it as if it's a proper fight. Which, don't get me wrong, they're putting on the gloves and they're getting in the ring, but when you're not playing with your record, to me, it's not a fight. If it doesn't go on your record, it's not a fight. Not for the level that you claim that you are, anyway. It's absolutely marbles. It's crazy. I don't really know what much more to say about that because, I mean, I can do a breakdown of it. I can say how it's going to go. I think Jake's going to try walk him down. At very first, he's going to try prove that he's the bigger, stronger guy, and he's going to try walk him down, and he's probably going to walk onto shots. At the same time, he's probably going to stay in range and out of range, like how he did with Tyson. But obviously, Gervonta, he'll probably just be a catch fighter. Let's be honest. He'll probably try. He'll just joke around. He won't be taking this serious. There's no way. Because then there's talks of AJ and Jake Paul. Because if Gervonta actually struggles against Jake Paul or even gives him success, you know what Jake Paul's gonna he's gonna run with it. He's gonna run with that, saying he's ready for Canelo, he's ready for AJ, he's ready for all of this. Which I don't know. I don't know. To be fair, I'm not as mad for an AJ fight as I am with a Gervonta fight, and I wouldn't even say as mad. I'm just not surprised in a way because AJ he's on that sort of stage in his career where he could probably still compete at world level, but it's going to be very hard for him for the level of contenders that are in there. Like Hrgovic, I think he's going to be one of those fighters that just get handed to people coming up, and he's just gonna like Hrgovic. He is a good boxer. Don't get me wrong. Like he is good. He's fundamentally sound. But whereas AJ, I think AJ could knock him out. Could give him a back name. Eddie Hearn will be like, oh, he's the most dangerous man on the planet again if he knocks him out. But other than Hrgovic, there's not really many up there that AJ could probably beat now. I don't know. Give Fabio Wardley and Anthony Joshua. Let them scrap it out. Frank Warren versus Eddie Hearn. Let them do it. I don't know. Where's boxing going? Where is it going? We need Carl Froch back. We need Carl Froch back and George Groves. We need the personalities back. We need Mayweather back. We need them all. We need them all back in their fighting primes because these sort of fights will not be happening. I mean, you kind of do feel sorry for Jake Paul because he is obviously trying to break it through as a professional boxer. But no matter what he does, he's not going to get the credibility as a professional boxer by the harsh critics. I mean, me personally, right now, I would say he's a professional boxer. because he's taken professional belts, but this has deflated him a bit, deflated my opinion a bit, because you're trying to make it so clear that you're a professional fighter, but you're taking an expedition fight. Why are you doing that? I guess I get it. It's against a professional fighter, like a high level. But I suppose if they wouldn't be able to make it a fight without an expedition, because if they did make it a professional belt and onto their records, then they would have to agree to a weight, and they would both have to make it. And let's be honest, they're two different countries away as far as making weight. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a massive fan. If it's early, I'll watch it, but I think it'll just end in a draw. Let's be honest. I think Gervonta Davis will land some counter strikes, catch and move. Slip. Jake will just be the front foot. Yeah, I mean, sorry for the lackluster reaction, but it's kind of hard to be excited about this one. It's getting to the point where I'm probably more excited about a Misfits event with Darren Till and Luke Rockhold over this, and Salt Puppy and Tony Ferguson. That one's rough, but I'm gonna leave that one there. So let me know what you guys think down below. Who do you think's gonna win? Are you even gonna be bothered to watching it? Do you think it should happen? Do you think it's gonna happen? Do you think it's gonna go ahead? I think it is, but once again, let me know. But thanks again for coming across another video. And as always, please do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel down below. And I'll catch you at the next one. Whoosh.